Welcome to Faith Stories with Don DeMarco Buck. In the same way, let your light shine before others, so that they will see your good works and give glory to your Father in heaven. Matthew 5:16.
Hello and welcome to Faith Stories. I'm Don DeMarco Buck. What is Faith Stories? Faith Stories are Christians from all walks of life who share their stories of faith, hope, and love. And my prayer is that you would come to know your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Well, how do you do that? It's through His Word. So if you need a Bible, please reach out to me at faithstorieswithdawn@gmail.com, and I'd be more than happy to get a Bible into your hands. Okay, you guys, I have this handsome gentleman sitting next to me, and I have been telling him I want him on the show, and then I have been booked, but I had an opening today, and I'm so happy that he's here. His name is Ed Salazar. Ed relocated from Adrian, Michigan to South Florida in 1972 to study respiratory therapy technology at Broward College, later dedicating decades to serving in leadership roles within cardiopulmonary care across South Florida. After the tragic loss of his 27-year-old son, Christopher John Salazar, while under critical care at a local trauma center, Ed wrote this book, A Free Kill, to expose the devastating reality that apparent medical negligence could not be pursued due to a little-known healthcare law deemed not economically feasible for litigation. You're going to meet him right after these messages.
Broughton Garage Door Sales now offers you a difference with the LiftMaster Secure View Ultra Quiet Smart Opener with camera, LED 360-degree lighting, and battery backup. Built-in camera adds video and two-way audio communication to the MyQ app. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage anytime, anywhere from your smartphone. Schedule today at Broughton.com.
Just simply call Broughton. We open doors for you.
Tavilla Properties, located at 11471 West Sample Road, Suite 17, located in Coral Springs, Florida, for all your commercial needs. Call Jan at 954-341-1632. That's 954-341-1632, or visit www.tavillaproperties.com. Discover Rosie's Garden. The collection draws inspiration from the beautiful niece of the founder, Rosie, who brought joy to many before passing too soon. Her beauty and spirit are reflected in every piece. Founded by two friends, Rosie's Garden is a female-owned brand passionate about creating stunning, elegant jewelry that embodies the concept of bellissima, the Italian word for beautiful. With a philosophy rooted in grace and elegance, the brand crafts each piece of jewelry using only the finest materials, including 18-karat gold and the highest quality craftsmanship, ensuring that every piece is a true work of art. Welcome back to Faith Stories. If you have any prayer requests, please email me at faithstorieswithdawn@gmail.com. That's faithstorieswithdawn@gmail.com.
And welcome back. Okay, Ed. So, I met Ed at the studio. That's what's so crazy. You would have thought I would have had you on a lot sooner, but I'm so glad it's God's perfect timing, right? So
I'm not offended.
I hope not. I hope not. I always ask my guests always the same question to start. Were you raised in a Christian household?
Most definitely.
Most definitely. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, and did you, okay, so as you, did you continue your whole life? Or did you like go, because most people go like this and then come back and, you know.
Well, I'm a cradle Catholic.
Okay.
A Mexican family. And the faith, the Catholic faith was very, very much a
Yes.
part, you know.
I'm sure.
But then I went to college.
Oh, and then college corrupts, right?
But by the grace of God, I was brought back into the faith and became very actively involved in my church.
Good, okay.
And it was, very fulfilling. My wife and I started a youth ministry at St. Andrew Catholic
In
Church.
Coral Springs. I'm familiar with that.
And it grew. It grew quite substantially,
Did it really?
to the point where they had to employ a full-time youth minister because we were doing it part-time. But it was a great experience, very rewarding, and as I say, that in a large part was what helped bring me back into my faith.
Okay. Well, and that's so awesome. I love to hear that the youth, the growth of youth and the awakening that we've had since Charlie Kirk's assassination. The enemy thought he was going to squash God. Never. And I love having the younger people on because they're so on fire for the Lord. And that's what we need to do, is be on fire for the Lord, right?
Yes.
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 Okay, so you had 4 children.
I still do.
Yes, of course, absolutely. Christopher is in heaven, and we know you're going to see him again. So let's talk. That's really what the bulk of our conversation is going to be about. Is about Christopher and how you lost your faith, but you came back to your faith. So kind of give us a little bit of more information about that.
Well, Don, what happened was when Christopher had his accident, through the outstanding efforts of first responders, he was stabilized, airlifted to the trauma center, and for 18 consecutive days, he showed steady progress to coming back.
Right.
And those 18 days that he was in the hospital, we prayed with him every day.
Yeah.
And I would do the night shift. His mother or stepmother would be there in the daytime. But at night, I always prayed the rosary with him.
Sure.
And in the Catholic faith, the rosary is an essential prayer.
Right.
It's essential prayer. And
now, was he obviously was not awake at this time. He was
No.
Okay. So you were which is really cool because from what I understand, even though he's not awake, he could probably hear you.
well, and that was validated when I played a recording. I asked Melissa, the mother of his daughter and everything, to make a recording of the girls' voices. And when I played the recording, he responded vigorously.
How did he respond? Was he like moving or his
Yeah,
eyes going?
He was trying to. He was resisting his restraints.
Oh my gosh!
So we knew that he could
Yeah.
hear. So on the 19th day, he declined abruptly, and he ended up having to be resuscitated. And even though he had normal, healthy heart and lungs,
Right. At 27, most
27
27-year-olds do,
and he
right?
was strong.
Yeah.
He was a very strong young
Yeah.
man. He still didn't survive the resuscitation. And the autopsy showed that clearly there had been something that went wrong with his airway.
Okay.
And our contention is that whatever went wrong was either unnoticed or unreported.
Okay. And how did you? Okay, so now you have to delve into that. And what did that look like?
Well, he had blood work that showed that he had been in respiratory failure for at least 12 hours. That day that he passed was the only day that we weren't at his bedside, one of us, all day long.
Are you
We were
kidding?
at a lawyer's office setting up a trust account because we were expecting a long, arduous recovery.
Right.
And we needed to be sure that there was money set aside for the girls.
Right, of course.
So his mother, who was a critical care nurse and had actually been the supervisor of that same unit at one time.
Oh my gosh.
She got to the hospital about 4 o'clock, and right away she noticed that there was something
wrong.
Yeah, he was tachypnic, his heart rate was fast, his saturations, his oxygen blood levels were low, and so they got this lab work ordered. 1 hour later, I was there, and it was obvious, there was a problem.
Oh my gosh.
They did a X-ray, and according to the X-ray, the tube seemed to be in good position, but they only did a frontal view.
Instead
They
of
didn't do a
side.
lateral view.
Oh wow.
And as soon as they tried to manually ventilate him, no air would go in. It rapidly progressed into a code blue, and 30 minutes later, my son was dead.
Oh my God. That is so heartbreaking for parents. I'm not a parent, but I shared with you that my brother's daughter died when she was 13 and a half. But just the loss of your child, you're not supposed to go before your child, and then to have it where he was improving, and then the next thing you know, he's gone. That must have been such a shock.
It was devastating. We were numb.
Yeah.
And the gravity of it, the grief, when that started to set in, it was just a terrible time.
Yeah, and what was so amazing to me is that you're in the medical field. Your wife, this is your wife,
My ex-wife.
ex-wife, critical care, and knew immediately. You guys both knew.
Mm-hmm.
So how come they didn't know? No, I'm asking a valid question. Why didn't they see it? I don't understand.
Well, because my feeling is, and we've worked in ICUs
right.
for over 40 years, and my feeling is that probably because he was doing so well,
Right.
and they had other new patients coming in that were much higher acuity, so they just may not have
Checked in on him as much as they should have.
Yeah,
possibly.
I mean, but the red flag was the heart rate and the saturation level, and those should have been red flags, and it was just missed.
Oh my God.
It's it's a very active, very busy, and
Right. It's a
ICU.
trauma hospital.
Yeah. So after Christopher's passing, a week or so, when I could think,
Yeah.
I thought to myself, now, part of our Catholic faith is that we believe in the concept of a purgatory. And Christopher was no demon. He was a good man.
Oh yeah.
But he was no angel either.
Well, who is?
So I resolved myself to continue praying the rosary.
Yeah.
And it was a month or two after his passing that I was just kind of overcome with anxiety, the grief, the anger, and I just thought to myself, what if this is all bullshit?
Right. Right.
What if there's no God, there's no heaven?
Oh, so you lost it right then.
And he's gone. He's just gone.
Right.
And but I decided that I would continue praying anyway.
Right. That was really wise.
Well,
really wise.
I went. I got my rosary and I went and sat, by the canal. And I know this had to have been on a Thursday because I was praying the luminous mysteries. And the fourth luminous mystery in the rosary is the Transfiguration. When Jesus went up the mountain, he had Peter and John with him.
Good old Peter.
The rock. And in the course of Jesus' transfiguration, Moses and Elijah appeared. Now, the Gospels, as you well know, the Gospels were written in different parts of the world in different times. Luke, I think most scholars believe that he wrote his Gospel 80 years
Yeah.
AD. And he never met Christ. He was a follower of, and I don't really recall which apostle he was the follower of.
All these-
But all four Gospels tell the same story.
right. And how is that possible?
With no mass, like I say in Jesus
Right.
Christ Superstar,
No
mass
social media,
communication.
no nothing, but it all comes together. And it's like, well, you know, this person saw this and this person saw this at the same time. Well, when you see something, let's say you see an accident, this person will see this view, this person will see a different view. So it's still the same
Right.
thing that happened. It's just
Different perspective.
Absolutely.
But all four Gospels tell the same story and they deliver the same message. And the only conclusion you can draw, in my mind, is that it must have happened.
Oh yeah.
It must be true.
It's
So then, well, if it did happen and if it is true, where did Moses and Elijah come from?
right. Right.
So there is an afterlife.
Absolutely. I mean, and it's so funny because people, you know, it's so funny. I had a friend of mine saying to me, well, don't you want to come back as something else, again? I'm like, no, I don't. I want to stay in heaven with the
drawn to
Lord,
leave paradise.
my Lord and Savior, and I want to see the streets paved with gold and the jewels and everything.
Pristine golf courses.
Right, exactly. If that's your thing. I want a wraparound mansion, wraparound porch.
But anyway, at that moment, calm came back to me. So my little crisis of faith.
Yeah. So
Was
it
short-lived.
it happened a week after your son had
No,
passed?
no. It was a month or two.
Okay, because first it's sadness and then anger, right? And then, or is it grief and then anger that comes? It's when you get angry, that's when action happens. Usually, right?
Well, I'm just glad. No, it was a month or two afterwards, and I just lost it.
Yeah, which is understandable. It's understandable that you would lose it because you sit there as a parent and you go, why? I don't understand this. And we don't understand why things happen. But we have a God who knows, and he's a sovereign God. And he can take what happened to your son and turn it for good, even though at that time it didn't feel like that.
Well, we were talking briefly before we went on the air, and a book that I read, when I was a young therapist, in fact, when I was still in school, there were a couple books that were required reading,
Right.
and the one you alluded to was one of them. And then another book was Why Do Bad Things Happen to Good People?
Right.
And I know, this, Christopher's accident was not God's will.
Yeah, I don't
know,
agree with.
we-
I'm with you, Ed.
We
Yeah.
live in a natural world with natural laws. We have freedom of choice,
Yep.
and terrible things happen.
Yeah.
It's
Every
not
day.
God's will.
Every day.
What's
Every day.
much more important to God is how we who survive respond to
Exactly.
these tragedies.
Yep. So how did you respond?
I restored my faith that Christ was going to take care of Christopher, and that I would see him again.
Yeah. And there's that hope. As a Christian, we have that hope because we believe that we will see our loved ones again as long as you accept Jesus Christ as your Savior. And that's the key is that hope of knowing you will see your son.
I have no doubt.
Yay.
You
Yay.
know.
Amen.
And it's a good thing because 6 years after that, my wife developed cancer,
Oh.
and she lost that battle after 14 months.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
But not one time during that whole terrible ordeal
Yeah.
did she ever doubt her faith.
Yeah.
She never said, "Why me?"
Right.
Not
Oh.
once.
God bless her.
So,
She fought the good fight.
yeah.
Wow. Wow.
And
See, he saved that. He didn't share that with me earlier, you guys. It was like, wait, what? Okay. So, and how long ago was that?
that was 10 years ago
10
now.
years ago. Wow.
So, but our family is strong.
Yeah.
And the love that binds us is strong, and our faith
Faith.
is strong.
Key. That's key. Because
Yes.
that brings everything together. Because no matter what you experience, because we're going to have trials and tribulations in this life. And I don't know how people do it without the Lord. I really don't. I cling to Him. I cling to Him when I'm walking through stuff that's so hard because I don't know where else to go. I go to His Word, and I find peace amongst the storm.
They become angry.
Yeah, absolutely. So you wrote a book.
Yeah, I decided to try to we became resolved to try to get something good to
Right.
come from this.
Amen.
So I thought that if I could tell the story, there's two parts to this tragedy.
Right.
The first one was the loss of Christopher, of
Sure.
course.
Of course.
The second one was when we tried to pursue a wrongful death claim to try to get some accountability
Sure.
for what happened.
Of course.
And this is when I learned about the statute of sovereign immunity and what in Florida is commonly known as the free kill laws.
So explain that. Because that just is crazy as far as I'm concerned.
It's as crazy as it sounds.
Yeah.
It's statute 764.24 subsection 8, something like that. You can look it up.
Yeah.
But what it says is that in the state of Florida, if you are older than 25 years old, and if you are single, and if you have no dependent children,
Right.
then there is literally no recourse for anyone to pursue.
Because he has no dependents. But he did have a dependent. He had a 3-year-old little girl.
Well, that's where sovereign immunity came in. Because he actually had 2 daughters, as I was
Right.
telling you. Gianna was really the only father that she had ever known.
Right.
Christopher was the only father she had ever known. And but because it was not his bloodline, she was not his bloodline, then she could not pursue any recovery for wrongful death. And in 2009, the statutory limit was $100,000. Well, you can't even bring the case
I
to
know.
court.
Attorneys,
$100,000.
attorneys are just, it's
So
crazy.
we couldn't get legal representation. So there was a lawyer who I'll be forever grateful to.
Yeah.
His name is Scott Hanratty. But he stayed with us through the mediation process. And in the mediation process, the lawyers representing the doctors and the hospital offered us a $40,000 settlement. Take it or leave it.
Deep pockets. They have deep pockets, unfortunately.
And the anger
Resurfaced.
that generated
Yeah.
is really what prompted me to write the book. And the title of the book came from
The law.
when this happened. The lawyers were filing out of the room, and as they were down the hall waiting for the elevator, I could hear them chuckling. I don't know if they were laughing at us, but they were certainly not glum.
Right.
And I looked to Scott and I said, what happened? What the hell just happened here?
Right.
And he said, Ed, no lawyer will ever admit that they've said this.
Right.
But if a lawyer is representing a client who is protected by sovereign immunity or these statutes, they will tell them, offer anything you want. There's nothing they can do. You have a free kill.
Unbelievable. And that's how you came up with the
Yes.
title of the book. So where can they get this book?
It's available in either Amazon or Barnes & Noble.
Can they get it off your website, or they have a link that goes to the Amazon?
Yeah, the website, www.afreekill. There's a link on that website that you can go directly to Amazon or Barnes & Noble.
Okay, awesome. All right, so you know what? We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Broughton Garage Door Sales now offers you a difference with the LiftMaster Secure View Ultra Quiet Smart Opener with camera, LED 360-degree lighting, and battery backup. Built-in camera adds video and two-way audio communication to the MyQ app. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage anytime, anywhere from your smartphone. Schedule today at Broughton.com.
Just simply call Broughton. We open doors for you.
Tavilla Properties, located at 11471 West Sample Road, Suite 17, located in Coral Springs, Florida, for all your commercial needs. Call Jan at 954-341-1632. That's 954-341-1632, or visit www.tavilla.properties.com.
Discover Rosie's Garden. The collection draws inspiration from the beautiful niece of the founder, Rosie, who brought joy to many before passing too soon. Her beauty and spirit are reflected in every piece. Founded by two friends, Rosie's Garden is a female-owned brand passionate about creating stunning, elegant jewelry that embodies the concept of bellissima, the Italian word for beautiful. With a philosophy rooted in grace and elegance, the brand crafts each piece of jewelry using only the finest materials, including 18-karat gold and the highest quality craftsmanship, ensuring that every piece is a true work of art.
Welcome back to Faith Stories. If you have any prayer requests, please email me at faithstorieswithdawn@gmail.com. That's faithstorieswithdawn@gmail.com. Hello, we're back.
Yep.
So Ed, I'm gonna give you last word and what you want to share.
Well, thank you.
Thank you
For letting me, because I think a lot of people will experience a crisis of faith.
Sure.
When
We all do.
terrible things happen.
Absolutely.
But you just got to keep your eye on the guy,
Yeah. Look up, man, because he's there.
and his will be revealed.
Yeah, absolutely. We may not understand it, but as you continue to walk towards, your journey in Christ, He will reveal it to you.
I believe.
Yeah.
As far as our efforts here to repeal this law, it's once I started doing this podcast
Right.
here at AMP2 Media, then I became aware of other people within the state of Florida that were
Sure.
doing the same thing. I learned about the Florida Medical Rights Association. I learned about people all over the state that have the same objective.
Yeah.
So now we're all working together.
Yay.
And-
Numbers. You've got to. You absolutely
Well, we don't have the
to.
money that the lobbyists
Right.
have.
No, of course not.
And the only things that these legislators understand are money and numbers.
Right. It's true.
So we've got to come up with the numbers.
So so let's put a call out to everybody that watches the show. How much money would you need in order to make things happen for all of you? Because there's many people that have lost loved ones as a result of medical malfeasance. Is that the right word?
Medical error,
Yeah.
medical negligence.
Yeah.
And the thing that is horrible and so hard to get over is that then there's no accountability.
Right. Right.
If there's no litigation, then there's no accountability.
Because they got the big pockets.
Right.
Right. So give us a number. Let's try and get some people to help you out. Because you never know what God's going to do with this. I'm going to share it.
Well, I honestly, Don, I have no idea. Well, as far as financially, what we would need. I know that I know of at least 4 people who, out of their own pockets,
Right.
are paying for billboards, podcasts,
Sure.
publications.
Yeah.
But that's how convicted we are
Yeah.
to this mission.
As you should be. And so you know what? Let's do this. So we're gonna pray that we have someone that this speaks to them, and we're gonna pray that you get the funding that you need to move this forward and to make people
you.
more accountable. Which I know that's a giant, but you know what? There was David and Goliath. I'll have you back, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I
Thank
so
you.
appreciate you. You guys, thank you so much. Next week, I have Pete Bram. Check it out. 3 o'clock Wednesday. Share this video. And you guys have a blessed week. Take care. See you next Wednesday, 3 o'clock.
Thank you for watching Faith Stories, where you will hear stories of hope, faith, and love. Please join us next week, and remember, God meets you where you are, but doesn't leave you where you are.